Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Have you ever faced a door slammed shut in your face only to find it was the best thing that could have happened to you? Well, today we're diving deep into the art of turning the tables on rejection, inspired by none other than the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Imagine a world where every no doesn't push you down, but propels you forward. Rejection, a word that often brings a sting, can become your stepping stone to greatness. It's not about tricking fate, but understanding that sometimes the universe's no is a hidden yes to something greater. Are you feeling overlooked, ignored, or undervalued? It's time to flip the script. In this video, we'll unpack 13 powerful lessons that teach you to harness the power of rejection. We're not just talking theory, these are practical, real-world strategies that you can apply in your daily life. But before we jump in, let's make sure this wisdom reaches as many people as possible. Hit that like button, ring the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel. It tells YouTube you're finding value in what we're sharing. Ready to turn your rejections into your greatest victories? Let's get started on this transformative journey together. Embrace indifference. Have you ever felt the sting of being ignored or overlooked? It's a common experience, but the way we respond to it can make all the difference. Embracing indifference is a powerful strategy that not only helps you cope with rejection, but also transforms it into a tool for personal growth. Why does it hurt so much when someone ignores us? Often, it's not the act itself, but what it signifies to us. It can trigger feelings of unworthiness and self-doubt. But here's where the Stoic philosophy offers a profound shift in perspective. Instead of seeing indifference as a personal slight, view it as an opportunity to reaffirm your self-worth. When someone ignores you, rather than reacting emotionally, take a moment to step back and reflect. Ask yourself why this bothers you. Is it because you value their opinion too highly, or because it touches on an insecurity? By understanding the root of your reaction, you can start to detach your self-esteem from others' behavior. Imagine this: someone decides you're not worth their time. Instead of feeling dejected, recognize that this is their loss, not yours. By choosing not to engage, you're making a powerful statement about your own value. You're silently telling them and yourself that your worth isn't diminished by their inability to see it. This isn't about being petty or playing games. It's about reclaiming your energy and focusing it where it truly matters. One practical approach to embracing indifference is to immerse yourself in activities that enrich your life. Dive into hobbies, sports, learning new skills, or spending time with people who value and uplift you. These actions reinforce your self-worth and demonstrate that your happiness and growth aren't dependent on any one person's approval. Let's consider a real-life example. Imagine you're at work and a colleague consistently overlooks your contributions. Instead of letting this affect your morale, channel your energy into excelling in your projects. Volunteer for new initiatives, showcase your skills, and let your work speak for itself. Over time, your consistent performance and positive attitude will naturally command respect, making the initial indifference irrelevant. Embracing indifference doesn't mean becoming cold or unfeeling. It's about maintaining your emotional equilibrium in the face of rejection. It's recognizing that your self-worth is intrinsic and not contingent on external validation. This approach not only helps you stay grounded, but also cultivates an inner strength that is resilient to the whims of others. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you're not just surviving indifference, you're thriving despite it. You're building a fortress of self-respect that shields you from the negative impacts of others' behavior. This isn't just emotional maturity. It's a testament to your inner strength and confidence. Remember, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Stay true to yourself, focus on your growth and happiness, and let your actions speak louder than their silence. Maintain emotional control. Rejection often brings a rush of emotions, from frustration to sadness, making it challenging to keep a cool head. However, maintaining emotional control is crucial not just for coping with rejection, but for turning it into a powerful catalyst for personal growth. This idea is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of mastering our emotions rather than being mastered by them. When someone dismisses or overlooks you, the natural reaction is to feel hurt or angry. But Stoicism teaches us that our power lies not in these immediate visceral reactions, but in our ability to choose our response. It's about cultivating a calm, composed mindset, even in the face of what feels like a personal affront. Start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. It's normal to feel upset when rejected, but it's important not to let these emotions dictate your actions. Instead, give yourself a moment to breathe and reflect. Ask yourself why this rejection is bothering you so much. Often, the pain comes from underlying insecurities or fears that can be addressed and managed. For instance, if you find yourself feeling particularly hurt after being ignored by a colleague, consider what deeper issues might be at play. Are you worried about your professional competence? Do you fear that this rejection reflects poorly on your abilities? By identifying these root causes, you can begin to address the real issues rather than just the surface-level rejection. Once you've acknowledged your emotions, the next step is to practice detachment. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather not allowing them to control you. Think of it as observing your emotions from a distance, like a scientist studying a phenomenon. This perspective helps you maintain a sense of calm and prevents your emotions from escalating. In practical terms, this could mean taking a short walk to clear your head or engaging in a brief meditation to regain your composure. These practices help you create a buffer between the event of rejection and your reaction to it. By giving yourself this space, you're better equipped to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Consider the story of a professional athlete who is cut from the team. The initial rejection stings, but instead of lashing out or sinking into despair, they take a step back. They analyze what they can improve and use the feedback as motivation to train harder and smarter. This composed approach not only helps them handle the rejection, but also turns it into a stepping stone for future success. Another crucial aspect of maintaining emotional control is focusing on what you can control, your actions and responses, rather than what you can't, which is others' behavior. Stoicism teaches us to invest our energy in our own actions and attitudes. When faced with rejection, instead of trying to change the other person's mind, concentrate on how you can grow from the experience. For example, if you don't get a job you applied for, rather than dwelling on the employer's decision, use the opportunity to refine your skills and improve your resume. Seek feedback if possible, and use it constructively. This proactive approach keeps you focused on your personal development and prevents you from getting bogged down by negative emotions. Maintaining emotional control also involves setting boundaries. When someone continuously dismisses or ignores you, it's essential to protect your emotional well-being. This might mean limiting your interactions with them or choosing not to invest emotionally in their approval. By setting these boundaries, you're asserting your self-worth and ensuring that your emotional health remains intact. In conclusion, maintaining emotional control in the face of rejection is not about denying your feelings, but about mastering them. It's about recognizing that while you can't control others' actions, you can always control your response. By acknowledging your emotions, practicing detachment, focusing on what you can control, and setting boundaries, you turn rejection from a source of pain into a powerful tool for growth. This Stoic approach not only helps you navigate the challenges of rejection with grace, but also builds a resilient and composed character, capable of thriving despite the setbacks. Harness the power of detachment. Rejection can feel like a heavy anchor, dragging you down and stalling your progress. However, by harnessing the power of detachment, you can transform this anchor into a sail that propels you forward. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, doesn't mean becoming indifferent or emotionless. Instead, it's about creating a healthy distance between your sense of self-worth and external validation. When faced with rejection, it's natural to experience a range of emotions, from disappointment and anger to sadness and self-doubt. The key to effective detachment is to acknowledge these feelings without letting them dominate your mindset. Start by recognizing that your initial reaction is just that, an initial reaction. It's a fleeting moment that doesn't define you or your worth. Imagine you've applied for a promotion at work and were passed over. The immediate sting of rejection can make you question your abilities and value, but instead of dwelling on this negative outcome, practice detachment. Understand that this single event doesn't encapsulate your entire professional journey or capabilities. It's merely one step along the path. A practical approach to detachment involves reframing your perspective. Instead of seeing rejection as a personal failure, view it as a neutral event that offers valuable insights. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience, and how can this help me grow? This shift in perspective transforms rejection from a setback into a learning opportunity. Consider the story of a writer whose manuscript is repeatedly rejected by publishers. Instead of giving up or taking the rejections to heart, they detach from the outcome and focus on the craft of writing itself. Each rejection becomes a chance to refine their skills, seek feedback, and improve their work. Over time, this detached approach not only enhances their writing, but also builds resilience and perseverance. Another aspect of detachment is redirecting your focus towards self-improvement and personal growth. Engage in activities that enrich your life and bring you joy. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or spending time with loved ones, these activities reinforce your sense of self-worth, independent of others' opinions. They serve as reminders that your value isn't tied to external validation. Imagine being part of a social group where you often feel overlooked. Instead of fixating on this perceived rejection, channel your energy into personal pursuits that bring fulfillment. Take up a new sport, immerse yourself in a creative project, or volunteer for a cause you're passionate about. These actions not only distract from the sting of rejection, but also contribute to your personal growth and happiness. Detachment also involves setting clear boundaries. When someone consistently disregards or dismisses you, it's essential to protect your emotional well-being by limiting your exposure to such negativity. This isn't about building walls, but about creating a healthy environment where your self-worth isn't constantly challenged. By setting these boundaries, you're prioritizing your mental health and fostering a space where you can thrive. A powerful technique for practicing detachment is mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages you to stay present and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you experience rejection, mindfulness helps you acknowledge your emotions, understand their origins, and let them pass without becoming overwhelmed. It teaches you to remain centered and focused on the present moment, reducing the impact of negative experiences. Think of an actor auditioning for a role. They face rejection regularly, but the successful ones learn to detach their self-worth from these rejections. They understand that not getting a role isn't a reflection of their talent, but rather a result of various factors beyond their control. By staying present and focused on their craft, they maintain their confidence and continue to grow as performers. Ultimately, harnessing the power of detachment means recognizing that your self-worth is inherent and not dependent on external validation. It's about understanding that rejection is a natural part of life and doesn't diminish your value. By practicing detachment, you build a resilient mindset that allows you to navigate rejection with grace and use it as a stepping stone for personal and professional growth. In conclusion, detachment empowers you to transform rejection into a tool for self-improvement. It involves reframing your perspective, engaging in enriching activities, setting boundaries, and practicing mindfulness. This stoic approach not only helps you handle rejection more effectively, but also fosters a deeper understanding of your intrinsic worth. By harnessing the power of detachment, you turn every rejection into an opportunity for growth, resilience, and a richer, more fulfilling life. Transform rejection into motivation. Rejection, while often painful, can be a profound source of motivation if we approach it with the right mindset. Rather than allowing rejection to undermine our self-esteem and halt our progress, we can transform it into a driving force that propels us toward greater achievements and personal growth. This transformation is a key tenet of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to see setbacks not as obstacles, but as opportunities for development. When you face rejection, the initial impulse might be to withdraw, feel discouraged, or even give up. However, by choosing to harness the energy of rejection, you can redirect it towards positive action. Begin by reframing the rejection itself. Instead of viewing it as a negative judgment on your abilities or worth, see it as feedback and a catalyst for improvement. This shift in perspective is crucial for turning rejection into motivation. Imagine you're an entrepreneur whose business proposal was turned down by investors. The rejection can feel like a personal failure, but it also provides valuable insights into what didn't work. By analyzing the feedback and identifying areas for improvement, you can refine your proposal and approach, making it stronger for the next opportunity. This proactive stance transforms the rejection from a setback into a step forward. A practical approach to transforming rejection into motivation involves setting clear, actionable goals. When faced with rejection, use it as a prompt to reevaluate and realign your objectives. What can you do better? How can you enhance your skills or approach? Break down these larger questions into specific, manageable goals. This not only gives you a clear path to follow, but also provides a sense of purpose and direction. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously experienced thousands of failures before successfully inventing the electric light bulb. Each rejection of his prototypes wasn't seen as a failure, but as a learning opportunity. Edison's relentless drive to improve and innovate was fueled by each setback, demonstrating how powerful rejection can be as a source of motivation when approached with determination and resilience. Another key element in this transformation is maintaining a growth mindset. Embrace the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When rejected, remind yourself that this is a part of the journey towards mastery and success. Every no you encounter is simply a stepping stone towards a more refined and capable version of yourself. For instance, if you're an artist whose work was rejected from a gallery, use this as motivation to hone your craft further. Seek feedback, attend workshops, and push your creative boundaries. Each piece you create and every bit of improvement you make brings you closer to your goal. The rejection serves as a powerful motivator, driving you to develop your skills and deepen your artistic expression. It's also important to cultivate resilience by focusing on your long-term vision. Rejection often feels like a major blow because it disrupts our immediate plans and expectations. By keeping your eye on the bigger picture and your ultimate goals, you can put individual rejections into perspective. They become minor detours rather than insurmountable barriers. Think about a professional athlete training for the Olympics. They may face numerous rejections in the form of lost games, injuries, or failed qualifications. However, by staying focused on the long-term goal of competing at the highest level, they use each setback as a motivation to train harder, improve their techniques, and strengthen their resolve. This long-term perspective transforms each rejection into a vital part of their journey. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network can also amplify the motivational power of rejection. Engage with mentors, peers, and friends who can offer encouragement, advice, and constructive feedback. Their support can help you see rejections in a more balanced light and inspire you to keep pushing forward. Sharing your experiences and learning from others' journeys can provide fresh perspectives and renewed energy. For example, a writer who faces rejection from publishers might join a writers' group where members share their challenges and triumphs. The collective wisdom and encouragement from the group can be incredibly motivating, turning rejection into a shared experience that fuels everyone's drive to succeed. Finally, practice self-compassion as you navigate rejections. Acknowledge that it's okay to feel disappointed, but don't let it define you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. This self-compassion helps maintain your motivation by ensuring that setbacks don't erode your self-worth. In conclusion, transforming rejection into motivation involves reframing your perspective, setting actionable goals, maintaining a growth mindset, focusing on long-term vision, leveraging a supportive network, and practicing self-compassion. By embracing these strategies, you can turn every rejection into a powerful source of motivation, driving you towards greater resilience, personal growth, and ultimately, success. This stoic approach not only helps you navigate the inevitable rejections in life, but also empowers you to thrive and achieve your fullest potential. Cultivate self-worth independently. Cultivating self-worth independently is a powerful practice that fortifies you against the impact of rejection. It means building a strong sense of value and confidence that isn't dependent on others' opinions or external validation. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches that true contentment comes from within and is based on our own actions and beliefs, rather than the unpredictable judgments of others. The first step in cultivating self-worth independently is to understand and internalize the concept that your value is inherent. This means recognizing that your worth isn't something that fluctuates based on external factors like praise, criticism, success, or failure. It's an intrinsic quality that you carry regardless of circumstances. To internalize this, start by reflecting on your core values and strengths. What qualities do you admire in yourself? What achievements are you proud of? Writing these down can help reinforce your intrinsic value. Consider the story of a young professional who is often overlooked for promotions at work. Instead of letting this erode their self-esteem, they choose to focus on their strengths and accomplishments. They recognize that their worth is not diminished by the company's failure to acknowledge their contributions. By maintaining a journal where they document their daily achievements and skills, they continuously remind themselves of their inherent value. Another important aspect is self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. When faced with rejection, it's easy to fall into a cycle of self-criticism and doubt. However, practicing self-compassion helps break this cycle. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment and remind yourself that everyone experiences setbacks. This approach fosters a healthy relationship with yourself, where your self-worth remains intact even in the face of rejection. For example, an artist whose work is rejected by a gallery might initially feel disheartened. Instead of berating themselves, they practice self-compassion by acknowledging their disappointment and then affirming their dedication to their craft. They remind themselves that rejection is a common part of the artistic journey and doesn't define their talent or worth. Building self-worth independently also involves setting personal goals and pursuing them with dedication. When your sense of value comes from your own efforts and achievements, it's less likely to be swayed by external opinions. Set clear, achievable goals that align with your values and passions. Each step you take towards these goals reinforces your sense of competence and self-worth. Think of an athlete training for a marathon. Their self-worth isn't tied to the approval of others, but to their commitment to their training regimen and their personal progress. Each mile run, each improvement in their time, and each new level of endurance reached is a testament to their dedication and self-worth. This internal focus on personal goals helps them maintain a strong sense of value, regardless of others' opinions. Another effective strategy is to engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. These activities serve as a reminder that your happiness and self-worth are not contingent on external validation. Whether it's a hobby, volunteering, or spending time with loved ones, these activities reinforce the idea that you are valuable and capable of creating a fulfilling life on your own terms. Imagine a professional who faces frequent criticism at work. To counterbalance this, they engage in a hobby they love, such as gardening or playing a musical instrument. These activities bring them joy and a sense of accomplishment, reinforcing their self-worth and providing a sanctuary from external negativity. Surrounding yourself with a supportive and positive social network is also crucial. While cultivating self-worth independently means not relying on others for validation, it doesn't mean isolating yourself. Healthy, supportive relationships provide encouragement and perspective. Share your experiences and challenges with people who uplift and respect you. Their support can help you maintain a balanced view of yourself and remind you of your inherent worth. Consider a writer who joins a community of fellow writers. In this group, they find encouragement and constructive feedback that helps them grow. The mutual support within the community reinforces their sense of worth and helps them see rejection as a part of the journey rather than a reflection of their abilities. Lastly, practice gratitude. Regularly reflecting on what you are grateful for helps shift your focus from what you lack or what went wrong to what you have and what is going well. This shift in focus fosters a positive mindset and reinforces the idea that your life and your worth are rich and multifaceted, not defined by singular events of rejection or acceptance. For instance, a student who doesn't get into their desired university might feel crushed initially. However, by practicing gratitude, focusing on their other achievements, supportive friends and family, and opportunities still available, they can maintain a positive outlook and a strong sense of self-worth. In conclusion, cultivating self-worth independently involves recognizing your inherent value, practicing self-compassion, setting personal goals, engaging in fulfilling activities, building a supportive social network, and practicing gratitude. By integrating these practices into your life, you build a resilient foundation of self-worth that stands strong regardless of external judgments or rejections. This stoic approach not only helps you navigate challenges with grace, but also fosters a deep, unwavering confidence in your own worth and capabilities. We've journeyed through the powerful lessons of embracing indifference, maintaining emotional control, harnessing the power of detachment, transforming rejection into motivation, and cultivating self-worth independently. Each of these strategies, inspired by Stoic philosophy, equips us to turn the sting of rejection into a stepping stone for personal growth and resilience. Rejection is a universal experience, but how we respond to it can transform our lives. By embracing these Stoic principles, you not only shield yourself from the negative impacts of rejection, but also empower yourself to thrive and achieve your fullest potential. Remember, each setback is an opportunity to grow, each no a chance to redirect your efforts towards something greater. Your value is intrinsic and independent of others' opinions. Embrace your journey with confidence and resilience, knowing that you have the inner strength to overcome any obstacle. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. If you found these insights valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How have you turned rejection into a tool for growth? Let's continue to support and inspire each other in mastering the art of stoic resilience. Stay strong, stay stoic, and until next time, keep turning every challenge into an opportunity.